Hi there, T. How you doing? All right, you guys. Welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. I apologize for my tardiness. I had a private session right before here, and it lasted just a touch longer than I'd wanted. But I'm glad to be in class with you guys here right
Ah,
now.
okay.
Today we're going to be talking a little bit about comparisons, okay, or making comparisons, right? We're going on to the second or the next chapter in the book Talk, Talk, Talk. If you do not have this book, let me, and this is an ebook, okay? It's a PDF file, okay? So if you don't have it, there it is, okay? It's in the chat box right now. Okay, I'll also put it in the Google chat box if you can't open it any other way, or the other way rather. Very good. So let's see who we have in class. Hi there, T. How you doing?
Hi, teacher Chad. I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent. I'm doing awesome. Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you.
Now, is that a picture of you with a deer?
Yes, it's a picture of me 3 years ago.
Okay, where were you at in the picture?
I'm not sure, maybe it's a national park.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
Um,
All right.
I was feeding some deer.
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
it's funny. I love deer.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I've never been able to get so close to a deer before. I've seen quite a few though. All right. Let's see here. Renata, how are you? Okay. How about Nayibe? Hi there.
Hello, Chad. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are
Okay.
you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Let's see. We also have Natalie.
Hello, chat. I'm Vitali. Natalie
Ah,
is my wife.
I was gonna say, oh, Natalie, what a strong voice you have. Okay, Vitali. All right, Vitali. Now, Vitali, you've been have you been in my classes before? But a long time ago?
No, no, I'm you.
You're new.
I'm
Okay.
new.
All right. All right. So where are you from, Vitali?
I'm from Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Okay. Kazakhstan. Gotcha. All right. Excellent. Well, good to have you here. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you.
All right. Anna, how are you, Anna?
Hello, Chad. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, you have a pretty sweet tattoo there on your shoulder. What does that represent?
The symbol
Om,
eh?
like
Like a
like sound.
yoga. Yeah, the sound. The,
Okay.
I am a teacher yoga teacher.
Ah, so it's Om.
Yes, the
There we go.
meditation.
Okay, very cool. Very
Okay.
cool. All right, very nice. Let's see here. Trin. Trin, how are you?
Fine. Hi.
Hello, Trin.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher. How are you?
Good, good. I'm doing great. Nice to have you here in class.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's try Renata one more time.
Hello, Sheldon here.
Hi there. Welcome back.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. We also have Sergio.
Hey Chad.
Hey, that's the Sergio I know. Okay, how you doing?
Hey man, how are you?
Very good, very good. Okay, and then I have another. Uh, let's see, Chen. T Chen.
Hi, teacher.
Hi there. How are you? Okay, so T, there is another student here named T as well. So I'm going to call you T Chen. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Very good. And so welcome back to class. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay. Very nice. All right, you guys. Let me give you the link to this to the book one more time. here and over here. Okay. When you open it up, this is what you'll see. Okay, so the book is entitled Talk, Talk, Talk. Okay. Let's go to page number 3. When you go to page number 3, you'll get the table of contents. Okay, and so we've gone through a lot of these chapters already. Okay, we are going to be on chapter 8 today. Okay, so comparison. All right. Okay, so this is page 28. Okay, page 28. If you're following along. Now, you can take your own notes here. Okay, if you've downloaded the page, you can highlight with this button here. Okay, if you like the word to compare, you go, I like that, to compare, right? And you click on it, you can press delete. You can also type your own notes. If you want to do that, it is this button right here. Okay, and so you click on that button, a window appears over on the right. And in English, the button is Add Text. Okay, it's this first one right underneath Fill and Sign, and you can write on the document. Okay, so you can add your own notes if you want to. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. Anna, let's start off with you. Let me have you read this paragraph, please.
Okay. At movies, you will need to compare one thing to another. A friend may ask you to compare two movies that you have seen to
Hold on one
decide.
second. Hold on one second. Let's make sure that you're in the right place. Because what I have, it says, at times you will need to compare one thing to another. Okay, oh, you came down here, at the movies, you skipped a line. Okay, got it. So yeah, at times you'll need to compare one thing to another. Okay, go ahead and start that from the beginning one more time. I apologize.
Okay. At times, you will need to compare one night to another. A friend may ask you to compare two movies that you have seen to decide which one he should watch. A colleague may want a comparison between two vacation spots you have visited, or a stranger may ask for a comparison between two restaurants. When you compare two or more things, you are indicating which is better of words between them. When the superlative is used, you are indicating which is the best or the worst.
Okay, excellent job. Okay, so we're going to be talking about comparisons. And when we're doing comparisons, a lot of times we use the superlative. Okay, the superlative, you guys, is when we use words like most, okay, and also est or est. Okay, so for example, okay, biggest. Okay, so of everything that you're looking at, this is the biggest. Okay, or we have best, right? Okay, we can also say
Highest.
most. Yeah, highest. Okay, so we can have highest as well. That fits in there. Okay. Now the rule with superlatives, if it has more than one syllable, okay, then we add the word most. So interesting, interesting. Okay, three syllables. So it has more than one. So we add the word most. Okay. Okay, if it's just one and if it ends with a Y, okay, like the word funny, all right, Funny has two, but the last syllable is a Y, so we actually are going to use est. Okay, so it is funniest. Who is the funniest? Okay, of everyone you know or everyone in the classroom, this person is the funniest. Okay, all right, so that's a little rundown about superlative. Okay, if it has one syllable, we use est or est. Okay, if it has more than one syllable and the second syllable is not a Y, we say most. Okay, all right, any questions about superlative?
No.
Okay, all right, and we'll probably be practicing that here in the next little bit. Okay, now we also have comparative. Okay, so and I'm going to write comparative over here, right? Ah, that was way off. Okay, comparative. Now, comparative is when you are comparing two things to each other. Okay, comparing two things to each other. All right. In this case, okay, when we talk about comparative, this is when we add the word more. Okay, or ear. Okay, the same rules apply. If it only has one syllable, okay, then we add So instead of highest, okay, we're comparing two things. Okay, it would be higher. Okay, so which building do you think is higher? Oh, the one on the right. Okay, the one on the left or the one on the right? The one on the right is higher. Okay, so of the two, one is higher. We're not talking about the highest in the world or the highest in a group, a larger group. So it's only two things. So we do comparative when it's two things. Okay, so we have higher. Okay, also with the word funny. Okay, same thing. Okay, who or which person do you think is funnier, my dad or my brother? I think your brother is funnier. Okay, funnier. Right? Instead of funniest, we're comparing two things. We say funnier. Okay. Which movie, okay, is more interesting? Okay, this movie or that movie? Well, I think this movie is more interesting. Okay, more interesting. So when you're comparing two things, okay, so we have superlative and we have comparative. Superlative and comparative forms. Okay, those are the two ways that we compare things. Okay, any questions up to this point? Nope.
No.
Okay. Very good. So let's take a look at some expressions and expressions and responses that we can use. Okay, when comparing. Ismail, how are you?
I am very well. Thank you, Chet. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Ismail, let me have you read the first two, please.
Which car do you think is better? The SUV has better gas mileage than the truck. Are roses more fragrant than lilacs?
Lilacs?
Beats lilacs? Beats me. I'm not a flower person.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so which form are we using here, you guys, on these first two? Are we using comparative? Comparative form or superlative form?
Comparative.
Yes, these are comparative. Okay, so these are comparative. All right, we know that by the word better, okay, and also by the word more. Okay, here in this situation, we are comparing cars. All right, and so we have the SUV, that's number one, and we have the truck. That's number two. Comparative is only two items. One, two. Okay. Same thing here. We have fragrant. Then so roses 1, lilacs. Lilac is another flower. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, and we're saying more. Okay. Now let's see here. What would be something else, Vitali? If you wanted to use this first question, okay, instead of saying cars, what else could you say? Create a question for me here, Vitali.
Which car do you think is better?
Okay. So I want you to replace the word car. Okay, so instead of saying car, I want you to replace that and put something else there. What could you say? What else could you compare?
I think a car and track.
Okay. All right. So what? So for example, let me give you an example. So right now, the World Cup is going on. All right. So I could say, which team do you think is better? Okay. Which team do you think is better? All right. Well, Brazil or Germany. Okay. Who do you think is going to win? Okay, between the two. So, okay, we can compare teams. Okay, we can compare two different teams. All right. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something else we could compare. All right, so besides a car or a football team, what is one other thing, Vitali, that we could compare?
Maybe track. He use gas, no?
Okay, a truck does use gas.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
he better than car
Okay.
who use gas, solar, or something else.
Okay. All right. All right. Very good. Thank you, Nadive. What do you think? What is something else besides a car or a vehicle or a football team that we could compare? I want to replace the word car in this sentence.
I don't know.
Okay. Does anybody have an idea? What could we replace the word car with here? I want to use a different words besides
I
car.
have.
Surf or truck?
With
Okay.
computer.
Movie.
Ah, good. Yeah. So computer. Okay. We could say which movie. Okay. So I'm just looking for a general noun. Okay. So which computer do you think is better? Okay, and so in your response, you would reply with 2. Well, Apple has a better battery, but the HP has a better screen. Okay, and you would compare them. Okay, which movie do you think is better? Okay, so this is what I was trying to show you is that you can replace the word car with other items. You don't have to say car here, or only. It's not a question only for cars. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Let's go to our next two. Nadibe, let me have you read these here, please. Right here.
Okay. Who is the best country and western singer these days? Response: nobody is better than Willie Nelson. What is the worst movie you have ever seen? Without a doubt, The Ant and That Ate Anything.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Nadibe. Okay, now in this example, are we using, geez. Okay, are we using comparative or superlative?
Superlative.
Superlative.
Superlative, yes, we are using superlative. All right, now remember, superlative is when we say most, est, okay, est, okay, this is when we're comparing, we're taking the best or the worst out of a group, the best or the worst, okay? So here we know it is superlative because we say best. Okay, right here we have best. And then, yes, you're right, we have worst. Okay? Now, in our response, I want to look at this, okay? Because we use the word better, okay? But we say nobody. That takes everybody else. Nobody is better than Willie Nelson. In essence, what we are saying when we say nobody is better is that Willie Nelson is the best. Okay? It's just a different way to say it. Okay? You could say nobody is better than, okay, Willie Nelson, or Willie Nelson is the best. Okay? Or if it's your favorite football team, nobody is better than Costa Rica, or Costa Rica is the best. Right? So either way, and it's a way that you can answer who you think is the best, or what you think is the best. What movie do you think is the best? Okay, no other movie is better than Inception. Okay, or Inception is the best movie. Okay, so there's two forms to say that. Okay, so with the worst, okay, let's try and find a different subject here. So Renata, okay, I want to replace movie here. I want to find a new a new thing that we are going to compare here. What can we place after worst?
What is the worst weather? Cool or cold? I don't know.
Okay, so what is the worst weather? Okay, now here with superlative, we don't compare only two things. It's going to be every type of weather. So
Okay.
hot, cold, snow,
Hot, cold.
rain, windy, cloudy, really cloudy, okay, overcast, tornadoes, hurricanes. Okay, so these
Okay.
different weather or climate events. So we could say, what is the worst weather? Okay, and so for
Okay.
you, Renata, how do you feel? What is the worst weather?
For me, the worst is snow. I think
Snow.
it's
Yeah, down
snowing.
with
Yes.
snow. Exactly. The worst weather is snow. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, any questions so far, class?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No, not much.
Okay, very good. Very good. So, we went through and we talked a little bit about comparatives and superlatives. Okay, here are some very common superlatives here, or sorry, comparatives. So let's see here, Sergio.
Okay.
Sergio, let me have you read through this list of comparative forms. Go ahead and read that, please. These are the common comparatives.
Okay. Big, bigger, have, heavier, beautiful, more beautiful, small, smaller, busy, busier, common, more common.
All right, very good. Thank you. And let's see.
What is
T,
common?
common, común, common.
Okay.
Okay. So something that is very usual, something that is very typical. Okay, so common comparatives, big, heavy, beautiful. Okay, all right. Let's see here. T,
Okay.
Let me have you read through this list of common superlatives.
Wise, wisest, quiet, quietest,
Quietest. There you go.
anxious, most anxious, fastest, simplest, diligent, most diligent.
Okay, very good. All right, so notice here, you guys. Okay, we have wise, wisest. Okay, same thing, big, bigger. These only have one syllable. Okay, but once we get up to anxious, that's 2 syllables. That's when we have to add most anxious. Okay, same thing with beautiful. Okay, beautiful has more than 1 syllable. Beautiful has 3. Okay, anxious has 2. Okay, and so we add more beautiful, or we add most anxious. Okay, all right, very good. Let's continue here. All right, and we have a dialogue. Let's go to let's see. Okay, Trin.
Yes.
Hi, Trin. Trin, let me have you practice here with Anna, and we'll do about half here, and then we're going to switch. Okay, so let's see. Trin, let's have you be Jasper for right now, and Anna, you are going to be Randy, and I'll have you guys read till right here, and then I'm going to switch to another couple. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and read down to this last sentence right here. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and start it off, Trin.
Where do you think is the best place to go on a vacation?
Hawaii without or dub. No, sorry,
Why?
without a doubt.
Okay, go ahead,
Why?
Trin.
Why Hawaii?
Because it has the most beautiful beaches and the largest number of girls in bikini in the world.
That may be true, but it is also one of the most expensive places to vacation. It also gets a lot of rain.
What place do you think is best?
Miami. Miami also has some great beaches, has lots of girls, gets much less rain than Hawaii, and it is less expensive.
Okay, nice job. Let's switch to Ismail and Vitali. So Ismail, you will be Randy, and Vitali will be Jasper. Continuing
Okay.
on. Okay.
True, but Hawaii has better golf courses and they are cheaper than the golf courses in Miami.
I wouldn't say they are better. They are just more difficult to play.
What about
Uh,
the setting? Hawaii is a tropical island with more lush vegetation than Miami, not to mention the most amazing sunsets anywhere.
I continue.
Yep. Go ahead. We're going to read to the end.
I admit that's true.
So, where are you going on vacation this year?
Alaska, I want to see a polar bear.
Okay, very good. Very good, you guys. Okay. All right. So at the beginning of our discussion, okay, or the dialogue, okay, we were talking in superlative, right? So we were saying words like best, okay, most beautiful, okay. We also had best here. All right. Now, the reason why is because the question was really broad. It was very big. Of all the places, okay, of all the places in the world to vacation, which place do you think is the best? Okay. So remember, when we're talking in superlative, we're taking everything as a group, and you're singling out. You're taking one piece. Okay. Now, afterwards, we switched to comparative. Now, which two places were we comparing? There's two places that we were comparing, and anybody can answer. Which two places were we comparing?
Miami and Hawaii.
Yes.
Miami and Hawaii, right. Okay, and I would love to be in either place. Right, so we have Miami here, okay, and then Hawaii. So in the bottom half, we started using comparative form. Okay, we started comparing the golf courses and the different settings. Okay, the way that they looked, but only in those two places. Only in those
Chad,
two. Yes.
sorry, what means setting?
Settings. Settings are things that you see.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So a setting can be like the sunset. Okay, it could be the forest. Okay, it could be the beach. Okay, or it could be the snow. It could be the ice on the top of a mountain. Okay, so
Okay.
a lot of times settings are going to be beautiful things. Okay, it could be
Okay, thank you.
the desert sun. Okay, all right. Okay, so
Yes.
yes,
Yes. I have a question, please.
yes.
About this best. This like in Jasper, like this. Think is the best, and then in Randy, there's think is best. It should use it in what place do you think is the best or just best is best?
Is
The
down
article.
here where it says Randy, what place do you think is best? Okay, um, uh, you can say is best. I would always use the article the. Okay, so that you do not get confused. Okay, now typically with superlative, you guys. Okay, Sergio brings up an interesting point. Okay, typically we use superlative. If I were you and I was learning the language, I would always use the article the. I would always use it. Okay, in this sentence here, what he's talking about is right here with Randy. Okay, where he says, "What place do you think is best?" Okay, you can add the article and say, "Which place do you think is the best?" Okay, and I would definitely add the article in there. Okay, now you don't need it, but I would not follow that rule. Okay, I would when you're talking about superlative, I would always do it. Okay, you'll never be wrong. Okay, on the other hand, if you try and figure out when you don't need it and when you do need it, you might get confused. So just always add it in. Okay, that'll be the easiest way. Okay. All right, good point, Sergio. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions about this dialogue, you guys? Okay. One phrase that I'd like to point out is let's see here, this one right here. Okay. Without a doubt. Okay, without a doubt. Okay, that one. It's a really good phrase. That means that you don't have any doubts in your mind. Okay, there's nothing that's telling you otherwise. Without a doubt, Hawaii. Okay, without a doubt, Costa Rica. Okay, whatever. Okay, it's a
Uh,
really good
uh,
phrase to have. Okay.
chat in Spanish
Yes.
in Spanish is maybe sin lugar a dudas, maybe
It would just be
sin duda,
sin duda.
sin dudas.
Uh huh.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay. All right. Let's come down here.
Yes.
All right. And let's do some speaking. All right. Okay. So let's go around the room, and we are going to, or our virtual room here. Okay. And we're going to talk about your best vacation. Okay. Okay. I want you to tell me where it was, when it was, okay, how long it was, and why it was the best. Okay. Very good. And okay, so to start off your sentence, you could say the best I ever had was in. Okay, and then you would tell me the place. So for example, the best vacation I ever had was in the mountains in Idaho. Okay. Okay, it was in the mountains in Idaho. This was probably about 8 years ago. I was with my family, okay, and we were in the mountains for about a week, and we got to go fishing. We got to ride motorcycles all over the place. Okay, we had campfires. My whole family was in a cabin. I was with my wife, my children. My brother had his wife there. Okay, my sister had all of her kids there. It was our whole big family, and we were in a cabin locked together, and it was awesome. Okay, so that was my best vacation ever, right? So let's start off. So Vitaly, okay, so let's start off with Naidive. Naidive,
Uh,
Naidive, what was your best vacation ever?
Mm, the the best vacation I ever had was in Santa Marta.
Okay, when was it? How long was it? And why was it the best?
Uh, uh, when was it? The Rodadero. Uh,
Okay, when is going to be cuando? Cuando pasó? So
okay.
when was it?
Excuse me. When 7 months ago,
Good,
and
7 months ago.
7 months ago, uh, I I've been in this site 1 week,
Okay,
and
I was at the site for 1 week.
I was. Excuse me. Can you repeat, please?
I was at this site for
I
1 week.
was okay. I was at this site for 1 week, and and was the best uh, because the beach uh, because the beach is the most beautiful.
Okay, very good, because it was the most beautiful. Okay, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some phrases to help you out if you need them. You don't have to use them. Okay. Um, okay, and here. All right. Okay, thank you, Nayibe. All
Okay.
right, let's go to Renata.
Okay. Um, by far, the best vacation I ever had was in Patagonia, Argentina. And
Eso.
yes, and it happened 5 years ago. And it was the best because was the first times I see the snow. And I
Okay.
yes, and I could ride with the dogs on the snow. I don't know the name.
Oh, The sled dogs.
Yes, it was special, very special.
Okay, and how long were you there for?
Uh, for 15 days.
Wow, that's a long time. Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. All right, thank you. Excellent. Okay, how about Sergio? Sergio, what was your best vacation?
Okay. The best vacation I ever had was in last year in Florida. By the way, Fort Lauderdale, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the best place I know in U.S. Until now. And yes, I was there for almost 40 days, and yes, definitely the place I must find out people, the different places, different countries, and yeah, I love it. And that's the motive, the reason I'm back now in August again.
Oh, you're going back in August?
Yes.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to T. T, what was your best vacation?
Okay, my best vacation was in Khao Yai Mountain. It's in Thailand, and I went there a year ago with friends. Uh, I we I and my friend uh we did
My friends and I.
my friends and I did some camping. Yes, there was a lot of fun, and I think it's the best vacation
Great.
because we were to we were close to natural thing like animal.
Hmm.
I found some porcupine, deer, or
Really?
elephant. Yes, and we had a tour on the night. Yes,
At
to
night? We had a
see.
tour
Yeah,
at night?
we had a tour at night to see some animals. Yes, that 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 live at night. Yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a really cool vacation. All right.
yeah. Thanks.
Very good. Very good. Let's go to Trin. Trin, what was your best vacation?
My best vacation is last year I go to Chiang Mai in Thailand.
Okay. All right. So I want to know how long was it? So you went there last year, right?
Yes,
Okay. How long were you there, and why was it the best?
it's maybe 4 or 5 days, and it was the best vacation because it's a very cold weather, and I saw the sunrise.
Okay. And how could
It
you
was
describe the
beautiful.
sunrise? Could you say that that was the
Sorry,
best sunrise you have ever seen?
yes,
Okay. All right. Very nice. All right. Anything else, Trin?
no teacher, thank you.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Let's go to Anna. Anna, what was your best vacation?
Um, my best vacation on my life was when I traveled to New York 1 year ago, maybe.
Cool.
Uh, yeah, because the most biggest buildings I seen, the more beautiful park, center,
The most.
the most
Uh
the
huh.
most beautiful park,
There you go.
called Central Park,
Mm-hmm.
and I seen much people walking in the street to different cultures.
Uh-huh.
Um, for me, it's the best travel because I don't never have seen uh, a lot of people in the streets and buildings and different uh, how do you say comidas,
Foods.
foods. Beautiful for me. It's the best travel.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. A lot of people want to go to New York, and I want to go to Europe because of the same things. The other day I have a lot of private students that are from Spain, and so I've been learning more and more and more about Spain as time has gone by, and I keep saying, I was like, man, I just want to go to Spain, namely to try paella, right? And
Okay.
the other day I was at a festival thing outside, and someone had a chef from Costa Rica went to Valencia, learned how to make paella, and he came back here and he started a restaurant. So he had this big olla, right, of paella, and I went, that smells awesome. And I had my first taste of paella. It was great. It was really good.
You
So
know, you
yeah.
you don't travel to Colombia?
No, no. I've wanted to. I've
Oye,
wanted to.
Yes.
I've wanted to come down through and travel all through South America. I've been to most of the countries: Argentina, Peru, Bolivia. I haven't made it into
nereden
Chile though.
arıyorsunuz?
Yeah.
You
So
must
yeah,
become.
yeah, yeah. So I want to travel a lot, but it's the money.
More classes.
I,
More classes.
More classes, exactly. Okay, excellent, excellent. Let's go to Ismail. Ismail, what was your best vacation?
My best vacation I ever had was in Antalya 2 years ago, Chad.
Uh-huh.
I, I spent 1 week with my family in a hotel on the beach.
Wow.
Yes, uh,
And what
it,
what did you
it was
guys what did you guys do? What was the best part about it?
it was fantastic for us. There was a small river
Mm-hmm.
in, inside the hotel location.
Mm-hmm.
We could see some fish and sea turtles and some
Okay.
ducks in on the river, and
Uh-huh.
there was a special pool and water park for children.
Okay.
My son liked very much. He he slid from the water park into the pool
Yeah,
many times.
that's awesome.
It was very funny for us. We ate every night in a different international restaurant
Uh-huh.
cuisine.
Okay. Now,
Uh,
here you said it was very funny for us. Instead of saying it was very funny, okay, you would need to say it was very fun. Okay, so let me explain these two words. Fun means enjoyable. Okay, and you use that to describe a situation. Funny is when something actually makes you laugh.
yes,
Okay, though you may have been laughing in this situation. Okay, when you're describing the situation, okay, and you're saying that it's very enjoyable, you would need to say it was very fun. Okay, but if you said my son slid down the water slide, and when he came in, his feet flew over his head, and he went head first in, and he didn't know where he was. Wow, it was a really funny situation.
yes,
Okay, so that would be a different. You're explaining something that is a little bit more humorous. Okay, but in the whole thing altogether, that would be a fun situation. Does that make sense?
yes, Chad.
Okay. All right, very good. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. That sounds like you had a blast.
What is a blast?
A blast. A blast means a really good time. A blast. Sounds like you guys had a blast. Okay,
Yes.
good, good. All right, let's go to Vitali. Vitali, what was your best vacation?
Well, my last vacation was in Germany.
Really?
I traveling there 1 week with my parents, with my partners from
You were
my
there.
work.
You were there for 1 week.
Yes,
Okay, very cool.
it was work there.
All right.
Yes, but we have time to travel by
Okay.
bus.
Okay.
Uh, we went to a submarine, submarine in Hamburg.
Mhm.
It was very interesting because the submarine was from Russia. And we watched more places.
We saw more places instead of
Yeah, we
watched.
saw,
We saw.
yeah, we saw more places. It was amazing.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Awesome. Very nice, you guys. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for coming into class. Um, we will be so next week. Yeah. So we may. I wanted to go over these, but we're running out of time. We'll be talking about describing people. Okay. So if we go to page 3. Okay, next week we'll probably do 2 or 3 classes. So we'll be describing people and then describing emotions. So we'll be going over chapters 9 and 10 next week. If I may have 3 classes. I need to check the schedule, but that's what we'll be doing. Okay. All right, you guys. Good
Okay.
work. Good work
Perfect.
today. Thank you. Thank you for coming
Thank you,
in.
Chad.
Thank
Thank
Have
you,
a
you.
nice
Chad.
day.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.